Hello Marn, how are you? So I finished integrating the implementation of the QR code reading plus checking the stations, right? The logic that you wanted. I have to update the web page there to upload these four informations that I am using to just simplify the code. Okay, so we have if the locker is available, if the station is available, the locker ID and the station ID, right? And here it didn't change, it's the same thing. So it's available, it's not opened, the QR code is assigned, and this is the QR code ID, right? So in the code, right? In the codes, I just implemented this logic. Firstly, no, let me here. So we got the QR code here, and then we process it, right? We got the QR code. The QR code exists on the database. So we get now the locker with the locker ID and the station ID, right? The lock of the QR code. The locker ID on the QR code on that object that we get here. They got here, right? So it does these check-ins just to see to make sure if it wasn't used, if the locker is available, the station is available, etc. Right? If it doesn't match the station's IDs and this, if everything is fine, then we go handle the locker. Here we open the pin, right? The locker pin. So we open it with the this is if the locker is closed, we update the locker, right? To do what? To disassociate um, the QR code from the locker and making the status as is open equals true, right? We wait for 10 seconds just for testing, and then we close it. We update the locker again saying that the is open is equals to is false, right? Because we close it. Because we close it, and then we update the QR code, right? Ignore this error because it didn't disappear, but it's working. And here now we update the QR code just to pass in the ID, making the locker station as available, and then we disassociate the locker ID and the station ID, and it was used to true, right? So the order is different here, but it's fine, it is working, right? So this is the logic, and later I will show to you the test cases, the use cases, right? So for the first use case, I will use that QR code ID that I showed to you later. The QR code ID that is associated is everything alright with it. It exists on Firebase, etc. I'll read this QR code and I will show to you. So now I will show to you that everything is working fine. So let's make this a little bit of bigger, right? Okay. So just we can see better. Okay, you read the QR code. This is the payload, the data on the QR code, which is the ID. We make a GET request because we make a GET request of the QR code. This is the data, everything is fine, the station ID, the lock ID, if it was used, and okay, the QR code is valid. And then we make the GET request on the locker that we here about this locker and this station, right? So make a GET request here. Look, the QR code ID needs here, right? And then we make a pull request, right? To to disassociate the QR code ID and it does not assign, we open the locker, we close it, and then we update again saying the isOpen is equal to false. Here before it was true, now here is false, and the locker is updated, and we update the QR code status on the Firebase, making disassociating the QR code from the locker and the station, right? The QR code, not the ESP32, but the QR code, as here. The station is available, the locker ID is none, the station ID is none, and it was used is equals to true, right? So why we remove that? Just to make sure that it's completely disassociated from the locker. So I will make another use case from a QR code that it wasn't uploaded, and I'll show it to you. And this one, you said that you didn't upload on the Firebase. I read this QR code, and here says QR code not found in database. So this QR code is not uploaded, is not associated with nothing. So it says here that it doesn't exist on the Firebase, on the database, sorry. So now I will make another use case from, for example, that first QR code that you sent to me, but with the station B, which this ESP32 is with with station A. So you won't open the locker that is on the B. It doesn't matter if it's for the final use case, let's make, for example, before was station A, which was the same as the ESP32 that was there, right? And I changed it to B, right? For example, the A and B is same, right? The station A locker 0 has this info, but in the station B has the same thing, right? So for example, per occasion is the same ID, the QR code ID, or the same locker ID of the locker, and but the station is different. I will show to you in practice, right, to show you this use case. And we read the QR code, right? And here it's a lot because it's from the background, but anyways, the page is the same QR code ID, but I change on the Firebase saying that this QR code is associated with the station B and the locker ID 0. So here we make a GET request on the QR code just as before. Look, the station is B, right, and the locker is 0. The QR code is valid, and then it makes the GET request on the locker on the locker on the station, right? Okay, we find it, but here is station ID doesn't match because we make a check, right? It doesn't match, the new locker or the station ID doesn't match, so it doesn't do anything. So it doesn't open, doesn't close, we don't proceed because the station ID doesn't match with the QR code ID. And sorry, it just do one GET request. It's just GET request on the QR code. We receive match here. If the QR code station is different from the current station ID on or ESP32 that we assign, which is here, right? If it doesn't match, then we don't proceed. So I guess this is all of the use cases that we have to check.